Hello everybody, welcome back. So today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at breeding a dinosaur here in ARK Survival Evolved. I'm doing a quick demonstration here, and I'm using dodos because they're really easy. You can just run out and tame them really quick. They're really easy to tame, and they're really easy to breed and hatch the eggs. So I've tamed a male and a female, so you're obviously going to need a male and a female. And you're gonna, for these egg-laying dinosaurs, what you have to do to breed them is set them to wander. So I'll enable both of them to wander, and then you're going to want to hold them in place. And you notice the heart icons start popping up. But you need to hold them in place. I'm using the whistle just to hold them in place, the stop whistle. You can set up a macro or whatever works for you, whatever's easiest. For me, this doesn't take very long, so I can just continue to spam the button. I'm going to skip ahead just a bit to when the mating process is done and and our female lays a fertilized egg. Alright, you'll notice the mating progress bar is nearly full, and when it does fill, the female will lay an egg. There we go. And I'm going to take both these guys off of wander, disable wandering on them both, and you see our little egg right there. Alright, so it's too cold right now. You can just barely see that on the bottom of the screen there. So what you have to do is warm this egg. This particular dinosaur likes a fairly warm temperature, and it's so what you want to do is take it to a controlled environment, somewhere inside, in most cases, somewhere you can control the temperature, and you just want to drop it. Just select the item, the fertilized egg, and drop it. I'm going to put it right here in front of the fire and take a look at it, see if it is going to hatch this way. It's still too cold, so let's turn on the furnace. I've got a couple of, this may be enough right here to keep it warm. It's still a little too cold, so let's move it, put out this fire, and we're going to move it. I've got something set up outside just in case. It turned night on me, so it's getting a little cold. Let's move the egg outside and try it out here. I've got some fires set up outside. Keep this gate closed, and we can just set it here in between these campfires, and one or two of these should be enough to get this guy going here. Let's try two of them at first. I think that ought to be enough. If not, we can light the third, and I'll just try and place this egg right in between them there. Just drop this guy right there and turn on a campfire. Still says it's too cold. Let's light both of them. And it's incubating. There we go. So now we just have to wait for that yellow bar, the incubation timer, to fill up. And so it's just going to, it's basically got to not fill up, but it's got to go all the way down. That yellow bar's got to go all the way down. Keep an eye on the red bar. That is the health. And if it's too cold or too hot and not in the right climate, it can lose health pretty quickly and the egg will die, and you won't get your tame. So I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit. We're going to hatch this egg, and I'll show you the next step.
A few moments later.
Alright, the egg incubation timer is nearly done here, and there we go. We got our little baby dodo hatched. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is imprint on it. You have to do this relatively quickly before it starves, and I'm just going to name it Dodo, and you're going to want to feed it. So I'm going to throw some berries on it. I've got some purple ones right here. So you want to keep some food on it. You want to try and keep that full. I'll throw some extra berries on here too. And then it's gonna, and the next step you're gonna want to do, let's put out these fires here, is you're gonna want to imprint on it. And you don't necessarily have to imprint on a dinosaur or a hatched dinosaur, but it's a good idea because it gives you a bonus. If you get a 100% imprint, it will give you a 20% bonus to its stats. So that's pretty significant, especially for something really good like a Rex or a battle dinosaur. 20% extra stats can be significant. So you just want to keep food on him, keep his food full while he matures, and he's going to want care every so often. About every 10 minutes, they want you to take him for a walk to imprint, or cuddle with them, or feed him a special kibble that they particularly like. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit and see what this guy wants next for care. Alright, here we go. Our little dodo here is about to want care. One thing to keep in mind when you're doing this, you need to keep a lot of food on it, especially in the early stages. So a good tip is to gather the food before you start this so that you're not having to panic and try and find food really quick. Okay, so the dodo wants to go on a walk. So this is one of the easier ones to do. So you just highlight it and enable wandering, and then just walk away from the dodo, and it's going to follow you. And it depends how far it wants to walk. Is random. So sometimes it wants to go for a really short walk. Sometimes it'll go for a long walk. But you kind of see the little pacifier icon above it there. Let's see. Let's draw back really far and see how long it wants to walk. It will stop walking, and you'll get the imprint icon will pop up when it has gotten to the distance it wants to walk. This guy wants to walk pretty far. Come on, little fella. There we go. Imprinting 20%. There we go. So we imprinted on that one. So let's go ahead and disable the following for it. And then it's gonna want care again in another 10 minutes. So I'll skip ahead to that. Alright, little guy's almost done here. I was out gathering some stone to finish up my boat over here. And here we go, one more second. What does he want this time, little guy? So this time he wants to cuddle. This is the easiest one. Literally, you just walk up to him and hit E. And there you go. You get a 20% imprint on this guy. So that's it. The only other thing he could want besides going for a walk or a cuddle is a particular type of kibble, and it's a little bit, it varies as to from dinosaur to dinosaur and what they like. But yeah, that's it, guys. And basically, it's just keeping him full of food until he grows up. And once he's fully grown, you can name him. If it's a rideable dinosaur, you can put a saddle on it and ride it. But yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this video, if it was helpful to you. Post me any comments or questions down below. Let me know if you guys have any tips for breeding dinosaurs or imprinting them, any little tips that you guys have. Let me know down in the comments section. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.